You may be surprised, but using the wrong type of cooking oil every day can increase your risk of heart disease, stroke, and memory decline, especially if you're over the age of 65. And this isn't guesswork. These numbers are grounded in scientific studies published by institutions like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition with findings that span decades. The scary part? Some of the most dangerous oils are also the most common, sitting quietly in your kitchen, in that familiar bottle you've trusted for years. These oils don't just raise your blood pressure, they can silently inflame your arteries, disrupt your medications, and even worsen age-related diseases like dementia and diabetes. One particular oil, which we'll reveal later in this guide, is linked to chemical byproducts that have been shown to damage the brain, liver, and metabolism with repeated use. If you've been told vegetable oil is heart healthy, or if you're still cooking with the same oil you used 20 years ago, this guide is for you. Keep watching, because what you learn in the next few minutes could change how you age, how you feel, and how you thrive in the years ahead. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Extra virgin olive oil, the lifeline for your heart and mind. As we age, the choices we make in the kitchen carry more weight than ever. Among these, the oil we cook with can be either a silent healer or a hidden threat. For those over 65, one oil rises above the rest, not just as a culinary staple, but as a genuine ally in the fight for vitality, clarity, and longevity. Extra virgin olive oil. This isn't just about healthy eating. It's about reclaiming control over what time tries to take away: our energy, our heart strength, and our mental sharpness. Extra virgin olive oil, often referred to as liquid gold in the Mediterranean, is rich in powerful polyphenols, natural plant-based antioxidants that actively combat the oxidative stress aging bodies are more vulnerable to. These compounds, coupled with a high concentration of heart-protective monounsaturated fats, have been repeatedly shown to lower LDL cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and decrease inflammation, the underlying trigger of many chronic diseases, including arthritis, atherosclerosis, and cognitive decline. A long-term study from Harvard University found that just 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil daily was associated with up to a 19% reduction in cardiovascular mortality in older adults. That's not a small shift, it's potentially life-extending. More importantly, this oil supports endothelial function, which refers to how well your blood vessels expand and contract. This function deteriorates with age, making seniors more susceptible to heart attacks and strokes. But olive oil has been shown to preserve vascular health, improving circulation, and reducing arterial stiffness, essentially keeping your arteries young. But the story doesn't stop at the heart. What makes extra virgin olive oil so extraordinary is its impact on the brain. Those same polyphenols and antioxidants help preserve memory, improve mental agility, and may even reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. When combined with a diet rich in vegetables, leafy greens, and whole grains, olive oil becomes more than an ingredient. It becomes a form of medicine. The beauty of extra virgin olive oil also lies in its versatility. Use it to dress your salad, drizzle it over steamed vegetables, stir it into oatmeal, or take a small spoonful each morning as part of your routine. But be mindful. Choose only cold-pressed, unrefined varieties labeled extra virgin, and never use it to deep fry, as high heat can destroy its healing properties. This simple yet profound change, replacing processed oils with extra virgin olive oil, can significantly shift your health trajectory. It's a quiet guardian, working behind the scenes to preserve the most precious gifts of aging well: independence, clarity, and a steady heart. But olive oil isn't the only powerful protector hidden in your pantry. There's another oil that's often overlooked, yet may be the brain's best kept secret. And surprisingly, you should never cook it. Curious? Let's explore it next. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Flaxseed oil, nourishment for the aging brain. As the years go by, many of us begin to notice subtle changes: names that take longer to recall, thoughts that drift, nights that are restless. While some chalk this up to just getting older, the truth is that the brain, like any part of the body, needs the right nourishment to function at its best. And for seniors seeking mental clarity, emotional balance, and cellular protection, one source of healing often goes unnoticed in the back of the pantry: flaxseed oil. Pressed from tiny golden seeds, flaxseed oil is a quiet powerhouse, gentle yet deeply restorative. What sets it apart is its incredibly high content of alpha linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that the body uses to support neuronal communication, reduce neuroinflammation, and maintain brain cell membranes. While cold water fish like salmon are known for omega-3s, flaxseed oil offers a plant-based alternative that's perfect for seniors who avoid or limit animal products. For those over 65, this matters more than ever. ALA doesn't just support the brain, it fights the very inflammation that accelerates cognitive decline. Emerging research from institutions such as Tufts University and the Journal of Nutrition reveals that diets rich in ALA can lead to improved cognitive flexibility, slower brain aging, and even a reduced risk of dementia. Moreover, flaxseed oil contributes to mood stability by promoting the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter responsible for emotional balance. For older adults navigating the emotional complexities of aging, this can be an unexpected and welcome gift. Flaxseed oil also supports heart health by lowering triglycerides and helping maintain a steady rhythm, critical for those with irregular heartbeats or cardiovascular concerns. But unlike other oils, flaxseed oil is extremely delicate. Heat destroys its benefits. That's why it should never be used for cooking. Instead, it shines when stirred gently into a bowl of warm oatmeal, drizzled over a salad, mixed into yogurt, or even taken by the teaspoon. Just 1 teaspoon a day can make a meaningful difference in how you think, feel, and age. When shopping, always choose cold-pressed organic flaxseed oil and store it in the refrigerator to preserve its purity. This simple ritual, done daily, can feel like a quiet form of self-respect, nourishing not just the body but the mind and spirit. But flaxseed oil is only part of the picture. What if you could also find an oil that's not only safe to cook with, but also protects your vision, supports your joints, and strengthens the very lining of your arteries? The answer lies in an oil so smooth and versatile, it may become your new favorite. Let's discover it next. 3. Avocado oil, the silent shield for aging hearts and eyes. There comes a point in life, often after 65, when health no longer feels like something we pursue, but something we protect. With each meal, every ingredient becomes either a gentle guardian or a silent risk. For those seeking both strength and stability in their golden years, avocado oil stands quietly among the most powerful choices, offering protection that goes far beyond what meets the eye or the palate. Pressed from the rich green flesh of ripe avocados, this oil is more than just smooth and versatile. It's densely packed with monounsaturated fats, the very same type found in olive oil, which are known to support cardiovascular health, lower LDL, bad cholesterol, and help maintain healthy blood pressure. But avocado oil takes it a step further. It's one of the few heart-healthy oils that's also heat-stable, making it ideal for cooking at high temperatures without degrading into harmful compounds. That means seniors can saute vegetables, lightly fry fish, or roast sweet potatoes, all while preserving the oil's healing power. Yet, the value of avocado oil isn't limited to the heart. It plays a unique and often overlooked role in protecting vision, thanks to its natural content of lutein, a carotenoid that accumulates in the retina and shields the eyes from oxidative damage. For older adults, especially those concerned with age-related macular degeneration, this is a quiet but critical form of defense. Just as a clear windshield helps you drive safely, a protected retina helps you navigate life with confidence and clarity. Avocado oil also supports the body's ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. As the digestive system becomes less efficient with age, even healthy foods can fail to deliver full benefit unless paired with a supportive fat. Avocado oil acts like a key, unlocking these nutrients and helping your body utilize them where they're needed most. Its subtle, buttery taste makes it easy to incorporate, whether brushed onto grilled vegetables, blended into a soup, or used as a gentle drizzle over rice or salad. And because it's so nutrient dense and satisfying, even a small amount can help reduce the urge to overeat, supporting both metabolic health and weight stability in a stage of life when those goals often feel harder to reach. When you add avocado oil to your daily diet, you're not just adding flavor. You're laying a quiet, powerful foundation for resilience. 1 tablespoon at a time, you nurture the systems that keep you thinking clearly, moving freely, and aging with grace. But not all oils offer such protection. In fact, some of the most popular cooking oils in American kitchens are doing the exact opposite, silently feeding inflammation, damaging blood vessels, and accelerating aging. What are they? You may be shocked to find some of them in your own pantry. Let's uncover the first one. 3 types of oils that the elderly should absolutely avoid. 1. Canola oil. The hidden threat, lurking in healthy disguise. In the quiet corners of many American kitchens, there sits a bottle of oil that's long been marketed as heart-friendly, budget-wise, and light enough for daily use. Canola oil. It's poured into frying pans without hesitation, blended into salad dressings, and added to baked goods with the assumption that it's safe, perhaps even smart. But for older adults, especially those over 65, canola oil may be one of the most misleading and damaging staples in the modern diet. Despite its popularity, canola oil is not the simple vegetable oil it's often claimed to be. It's derived from a genetically modified version of the rapeseed plant and undergoes heavy chemical processing, including bleaching and deodorizing, to become what we see on store shelves. In that process, the oil is often stripped of natural antioxidants and exposed to high heat refinement, which can generate dangerous byproducts like trans fats and oxidized compounds, known culprits in heart disease and cellular aging. What's even more alarming is that, under the surface, canola oil is high in omega-6 fatty acids, which are pro-inflammatory in excess. While some omega 6 is essential, the typical American diet now contains an extreme imbalance between omega 6 and omega 3. That imbalance is strongly linked to chronic inflammation, the silent fuel behind arthritis, dementia, clogged arteries, and even some cancers. For seniors already navigating these battles, each tablespoon becomes a slow burning risk. Perhaps most concerning is that canola oil masks itself in moderation. It's flavorless, it's everywhere. It doesn't raise alarms, but over time it quietly accumulates its toll, hardening arteries, burdening the liver, and dulling cognitive function. Even studies that once praised its neutral profile have begun to shift, showing that frequent consumption is associated with memory decline, increased insulin resistance, and a higher risk of metabolic syndrome. And yet, many older adults continue using canola oil without question simply because it's familiar. But aging well is about more than familiarity. It's about wisdom, intention, and letting go of things that no longer serve our bodies. If there's one thing to reconsider today, let it be this. Clearing that bottle from your cupboard could be one of the most loving decisions you make for your future self, especially when so many better oils are within reach. But canola oil isn't the only hidden danger in your pantry. There's another oil, one that's often used in processed snacks, baked goods, and even restaurant foods that could be quietly accelerating inflammation and interfering with blood sugar control. And chances are it's already made its way into your home. Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Corn oil, the everyday oil fueling silent inflammation. There's something particularly dangerous about a threat that hides in plain sight. For many seniors, corn oil is one such threat, sitting on the grocery shelf with a cheerful label, claiming to be heart healthy, cholesterol free, or made from plants. But behind the comforting familiarity of that golden bottle lies a story that aging bodies can no longer afford to ignore. Corn oil is one of the most highly processed cooking oils in the American food supply. It's extracted through industrial methods using chemical solvents like hexane, then heavily refined under high heat, which damages its natural structure. What's left is a shelf-stable oil, stripped of nutrients and pumped full of omega 6 fatty acids, the kind that promote chronic inflammation when not balanced by omega 3s. For people over 65, this matters in a very personal way. Inflammation is no longer just a vague concept. It's what stiffens joints, thickens artery walls, and slowly deteriorates memory. It fuels the progression of diseases many seniors face: arthritis, Alzheimer's, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes. With each teaspoon of corn oil, the body's delicate inflammatory balance tips further toward breakdown. But it's not just about inflammation. Corn oil has also been linked to disruptions in blood sugar regulation, a critical concern for the estimated 25% of Americans over 65 who are diabetic and the nearly 50% who are pre-diabetic. When used repeatedly in cooking, especially frying, corn oil can worsen insulin resistance, leading to dangerous spikes and crashes in blood sugar. This can cause not only fatigue and confusion, but long-term damage to organs and nerves. Even worse, the foods that often contain corn oil, packaged snacks, fast food, baked goods, are usually laden with sodium, preservatives, and hidden sugars, compounding the harm. Seniors trying to eat just a little of something familiar may be unknowingly consuming a chemical cocktail that undermines their best efforts at health. There's something heartbreaking about the idea that a lifetime of cooking habits meant to nourish families, bring comfort, and sustain life could be doing quiet harm in later years. But the good news is it's not too late. Removing corn oil from your diet is not about restriction, it's about protection. It's about saying yes to a future with more energy, less pain, and greater mental clarity. Still, there's one more oil to uncover, one that disguises itself under the label vegetable, but is anything but harmless. In fact, it may be the most toxic of them all, and it's hiding in more places than you might ever imagine. Let's reveal it next. 3. Vegetable oil blends, the most dangerous oil you thought was safe. For many older adults, there's comfort in routine, using the same brands, the same ingredients, the same bottle of oil that's always been there, quietly sitting next to the stove. It often carries a vague name, vegetable oil. It sounds harmless, even healthy. After all, vegetables are good for you, right? But in reality, vegetable oil blends are among the most misleading and hazardous substances you can put into your body, especially as you age. The name vegetable oil is a marketing illusion. These oils are not pressed from wholesome greens or nutrient-rich roots. They're usually a cheap, highly refined mix of oils like soybean, cottonseed, safflower, or palm oil, extracted with harsh chemicals and processed under extreme heat. What you're left with isn't nourishing, it's an unstable, heavily oxidized oil that silently damages the body from the inside out. At the cellular level, vegetable oil blends are loaded with polyunsaturated omega-6 fats that, in high amounts, trigger chronic inflammation, a known driver of arthritis, heart disease, cognitive decline, and even some cancers. The ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 in the standard American diet is often more than 15.1, when the ideal is closer to 2.1. That imbalance is dangerous, and vegetable oil blends are a key culprit. Even more troubling is that these oils, when heated, break down into toxic compounds such as aldehydes and acrylamide, chemicals that can damage DNA, stress the liver, and impair brain function. This is especially concerning for seniors, whose bodies are already working harder to manage inflammation, preserve memory, and maintain metabolic balance. Worse still, these oils are hidden in nearly everything: store-bought salad dressings, margarine, mayonnaise, crackers, cookies, and countless frozen or packaged foods. Most people aren't even aware they're consuming them daily. It's a form of nutritional sabotage that happens in plain sight, robbing the body of vitality, slowly dulling the mind, and compounding the effects of aging. Letting go of vegetable oil blends might feel like a small change, but it can have a profound ripple effect. By removing these toxic oils, you make room for the healing fats your body truly needs, fats that nourish the brain, support the heart, and slow the inflammation that so often dictates how we age. But once we've cleared these oils from our lives, where do we go next? What simple shifts can we make to start feeling better, thinking clearer, and aging more gracefully, one meal at a time? The answers lie not just in what we avoid, but in what we intentionally choose. Let's move forward and explore how. Aging. Gracefully, one choice at a time. As we grow older, the decisions we once made without a second thought, what to eat, how to cook, what we keep in our kitchen, begin to carry new meaning. They're no longer just about taste or habit. They become about energy, independence, clarity of thought, and the dignity of aging well. And among all those daily choices, the oils we use to prepare our food play a far greater role in our health than many realize. We've seen today that not all oils are created equal. Some nourish the heart, support brain health, and protect us from the slow, invisible damage of inflammation. Others, though often labeled as vegetable or light, quietly erode our well-being over time, clogging arteries, clouding memory, and interfering with the very medications we rely on to stay well. For seniors especially, These effects aren't just theoretical, they show up in how we sleep, how we move, how we think, and how we feel day to day. But here's the good news: change doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't need to throw out your entire pantry or adopt a perfect diet overnight. Sometimes the most powerful transformations begin with small, intentional shifts. Swapping that bottle of generic vegetable oil for cold pressed olive oil, adding a teaspoon of flaxseed oil to your morning oats, cooking dinner with avocado oil instead of corn oil. These decisions may seem minor, but over weeks and months, they can lower your blood pressure, protect your memory, reduce joint pain, and even improve your mood. Your body is still listening, it still responds, and with the right care, it can still heal, adapt, and thrive, regardless of age. It's never too late to choose better. So take this moment as an invitation, not to fear what you've used in the past, but to look forward to what's possible in your future. With each meal, you have the chance to support your heart, fuel your mind, and honor your years of wisdom with choices that reflect the respect your body deserves. And if you're wondering where to start, simply start where you are. One bottle, one swap, one meal at a time. Because aging well isn't about restriction, it's about intention, awareness, and choosing nourishment over habit. And that's something we all have the power to do, starting today. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.